Okay, what do we got left? Just a hard mode, brutal. Perfect. Okay, that should be good. Gonna do this on manual. Because why not? Hey man, how's it going? I'm not doing too bad. Good to see you. I'm excited to get my Zargala up to 6 star finally. I'm gonna get her fully skilled up and ready to rock. It's gonna be sweet. It's been heavily anticipated for pretty much as long as I've been playing this game. I've wanted a Zargala built, so it's a very exciting time for me. What about you? How's it going with you? Oh, nice. Yeah, I forgot. On hard mode, you get a little bit extra damage on your Giant Slayer. It's sweet. It's gonna be a good amount of damage, I hope. I'll at least get the chest, at the very least, which is nice. And then probably probably 20 million is my guess. 16 to 20 million. If I had to put a number, I'd say 19.3. Let's see if I'm right. Although it does take a little while. I love Seeker's damage. Even when he doesn't crit, he does like 13k auto attacks. Well, 7 plus 6 or whatever. You know what I mean. Not as much damage as Marksman. I've seen people use Kale instead of Marksman on multiple occasions, and I don't understand. Marksman's so good. How could anybody just bench the poor guy? Especially if he has 100% crit or even 115% crit if you're crazy. Speaking of crit, my crit's not quite 100% on him, it's 97%. So I just missed a crit there. It's rare, but it does happen. I gotta beat the time because you can only be in here for I think 30 minutes, right? Before it kicks you out. So I gotta be on the ball and making my decisions about which skills to do right away. No dilly dallying. I need to find another champion that can debuff extend. It'd be cool if they came out with like a rare champion that could extend debuffs on the enemy. I'm trying to think of one, but I can't think of any. Is Valerie? Can Valerie do that? The champion from chapter 1? She has a buff extender. Does she have a debuff extender too? I think she does, doesn't she? Maybe Valerie wouldn't be a bad option on Clan Boss. I'm just thinking for poison. Um, if you wanted to extend the poison, I never even thought about that. Maybe Valerie could be useful for extending poison. I'll have to look into that. With reflex gear, or what is it called? Yeah, reflex, the one that has a chance to reduce a skill cooldown. So if she keeps on getting those debuff extenders, that could potentially be a huge game changer. I'm kind of getting excited suddenly. I think that might be a good option for me to do. I'm gonna have to farm her out. Whoa, 132k crit. That was cool. That's always nice. Don't see those every day. How big can Marksman crit? 86k, not very big. He's had bigger. But yeah, that poison, I can't believe I didn't even think about Valerie until right this second. I just had a eureka moment. Pretty sure Valerie has that debuff extender. If you can think of any other debuff extenders in the chat, let me know. And thanks for the thumb, by the way. Because I was thinking like Warlord is one. He's like the best one because he's got a debuff extender on his A1, coupled with Steel Skull in your team. Um, who has the poison on his or her A1. Not sure whether Steel Skull's a guy or a girl. It's hard to tell with those skinwalkers. Pretty sure it's a big mama though. Pretty sure. But anyway, when Steel Skull's fully upgraded with that poison on the A1 at 40% application rate, it's pretty sweet. Probably would go well with my Marksman and Valerie. If I go that route, have double poison being applied from both Marksman and from Steel Skull, and then have Valerie debuff extend. Yeah, that'd be cool. Always need some new options for the clan boss. Oh, this one's going pretty good. Getting a lot of my debuffs applying, which is nice. Sometimes you try real hard and you try for a long time, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I think I ruined those lyrics so bad. Alright. It's always like a toss up for me if whether or not I should use his poison or if I should use this impressive shot business. Because if he gets that extra turn on his impressive shot, then it's like definitely the right choice. I mean, not on his A1, he has a chance to get an extra turn, is what I meant. Yeah, it does a lot of damage. I forgot how nice it was to attack the hard mode boss because he always applies all of the debuffs. The resist is a lot nicer, that's for sure. So I've got 20 more minutes to go, likely. Hopefully I don't get kicked out. Hopefully I manage to go through all my turns. Because if you get kicked out, it doesn't even track your number, right? Or maybe I'm wrong. I guess I'd have to take out either Seeker or both Seeker and Apothecary. Or just take out Tayrell. I'm just trying to think of who I should take out for Steel Skull and Valerie. Take out Tayrell, maybe? But he's got the attack down, which is pretty vital. Could get rid of the Apothecary or the Seeker, one or the two. But I wouldn't want to get rid of both. It's tough when all of your champions are great and you don't want to replace any of them. Hey, thanks for the thumb. Sorry, it's kind of boring until I'm done with this boss. I don't normally do manual actually. I do auto usually for the clan boss because of I don't know. My patience level is not very high and it doesn't make a huge difference. But occasionally I like to test out what my manual damage would be like. Oh, that's good. Good to hear, Stuart. Thanks. Yeah, it's hard for me to know exactly what is beneficial and what isn't and what people want to see. So if any of you have any requests or anything like that, or any questions that I can answer, I'd be more than happy to do that. I find that's like the main thing I enjoy about this game actually is thinking about hero lists and advising what's the best combinations and synergies for people just like that aspect. Get a heal on Razin before he dies on me. I don't keep a dedicated healer in my clan boss team for the most part because they all are very, very tanky and survive until much later rounds anyway. I'm probably going to want to be switching them into lifesteal at some point if I don't put a dedicated healer in there. Just to squeeze out the last couple rounds, but for the most part, the extra speed and the extra defense that they have and whatnot from not having the lifesteal gear makes a difference too. Kind of evens out a little bit. I think lifesteal would be a little bit more damage in the end though, because they would survive like another 2 rounds. But the mastery that you can get, and I believe it's the 3rd tier, that heals you by 5% of the damage done. Once you have Giant Slayer or War Master, those ticks do like a high amount of damage, so you can actually heal up pretty good from that alone. Oops. Let's get us boosted here. Yeah, for sure. Hit me up with anything you got. You've got some shards saved up for the summon event? I've been trying to save shards, but I've got a damaged memory, so I just use them without even realizing it. So I'm like, oh, I just blame it on impatience, but the reality is that it's a bad memory issue. Oh, that's sweet when you get so many turns in a row like that. Alright, who should I heal up? Maybe I will not heal up anybody. Let's get a precision or preemptive strike in. 90k. How come it was 40k less than last time? Oh, I didn't have my defense buff up, that's why. Alright, let's heal the res. Oh, wait, no. Speed buff. And let's. Yeah, no, I'm going to continue with the poison. Applications. Get the attack debuff up. The attack debuff, defense debuff, and weaken debuff. That's what you really need in your team. In your clan boss team. It's pretty important parts. Yeah, I'll try and hit him with another one. Alright, let's get Razin healed up. That was interesting. I had a chance to get my, like the weakened debuff still had 2 turns left on it by the time I had another, by the time it came off cooldown. It was funny. Must mean I've got a lot of speed. Maybe I should have saved it. I think it just does like 4k more damage than his A1 does if his A1 crits 3 times in a row, which it usually does. Because he has 92% crit. See, that's the 5% healing. You see how much healing it just did for a Seeker? It enabled me to not even have to worry about healing him, really. I could focus on healing Razin, and I just did my A1 with the Apothecary, all because of that skill. But it's only really good on champions that you're not going to be using in the arena, because the alternatives in arena are usually better than that. So I am going to heal him now because look at that, a 30k heal. Apothecary is a really solid champion, really good rare to get. Once you get Apothecary, definitely save some skill tomes for Apothecary and for Cold Heart. Those are the champions that you're going to want to save your rare skills for. Okay, we're getting close to the end. Get those weaken up. Oh, we didn't get a weaken. Too bad. That's too bad. I'm gonna go with the impressive shot. I don't know which one's better. Oh, I should have went preemptive strike. And I'm gonna heal up Tyrell before he dies. 20k heal, which is sweet. Maybe my Apothecary will die now. We'll see. Yep, 27k. Even if I healed, I don't know if I would have survived. Alright, looks like we beat the clock by 10 minutes or so. We'll see how much longer I can survive still. In these last turns, it's really vital to get that attack debuff up. So I usually just only use the A1 for the last few rounds with Tyrell to make sure that it always has 2 turns left on the debuff. Yeah, Apothecary died probably a little bit earlier than he needed to. I just made a mistake, I guess. I'm kind of bad at multitasking, is what I've learned from streaming. Is while I'm talking on a stream, I have gimped game intelligence. Alright, let's hopefully apply this attack debuff. There we go. When you need it, sometimes it just won't apply. It's like the Murphy's Law. Whoa. Just barely survived that one. Nice. Well, I'm gonna get the defense buff up if possible. Wow, I'm not getting my accuracy for the life of me. Even with 150 accuracy. It's not enough, at least on the last turns when it matters, you know? Alright, now I'm gonna do the impressive shot. Nope, not gonna get the attack down this time. It's gonna kill Razin. Sad, but we knew it had to happen eventually. That Healing is so good. I didn't get the skill on Tayrel when I first came back to the game. I just goofed on his skills, and I haven't spent the 150 gems yet to fix it. But there we go. 18.95. What was my guess? 19.2? I was only off by 200k. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And I haven't done this in a long time, so I didn't know. But certainly not as well as my team. And it's not that much more than what I do on Nightmare, honestly. I had an 11.3 Nightmare earlier today and then a 8.6. So it was alright. But anyway, one of the guys in my clan did 38 million in one key today. And he's using a Steel Skull and Warlord and Skull Crusher team. So that's why I'm thinking maybe if I upgraded my Steel Skull's poison up. See, I mean, it would take a lot more scrolls than I have currently, but it'd be 40% chance to apply 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. With the skill, it'd be 3 turns. And if I had Valerie and Marksman on the same team, let's look at Valerie. I'm just thinking of Valerie because she's farmable. Oops, what am I doing here? And this is also relevant for faction wars if you don't have too many banner lords, right? She's a really good champ for that. So, and yeah, so the shield is good. I remember that. Also, it decreases the duration of all debuffs on allies. Oh, that's too bad. Damn. I had the debuffs in my memory, but I thought it was the enemy debuff. That sucks. Huh. Oh well. Sadness abounds. I wonder if there is any champion that is rare that can do that. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but it'd be really good to know if there was a debuff extender in there. But I guess I'm back to square one when it comes to my Steel Skull. Still can't use him. Lost like 5 watchers. They're like, oh damn. Sorry, my memory's bad, guys. It's not my fault. It's a little my fault, I guess. Alright. Now to get the Zargala up. The moment I've been waiting for my whole life. My whole life. I've been waiting for this moment. Because all I need is like 10 more 20s. Or something like that. And then I'm home free. I'm going to put so much crit damage on Zargala. It's going to be great. Oh man, I gotta get rid of some of these guys in my tavern still. Tavern really needs some categories so that you don't have to scroll down every single time. that you click a button. That'd be sweet, eh? If it would like organize between commons and uncommons and rarities. Somebody should recommend that. Okay, I'm just gonna make enough room to do another 10 summon so that I can use my energy. Oh, I've got an Elaine there. What do you know? She must have came from a green shard. Who is better, Doom Priest or Vrask? Let me take a look at Doom Priest, but off the top of my head, Vrask. Vrask is just a probably one of the better dedicated healers, but that's all he does though, right? Like he's just good in clan boss. He has really high damage potential in clan boss too with War Master because his speed is so high in order for him to be any good. Doom Priest is undead? That's a new one, right? I don't know who Doom Priest is. Maybe a Night Revel one of these. Yeah. Heals all allies 7.5%, removes one random debuff, 50% attack on all allies. Well, they're just different champions, right? I mean, Doom Priest is a buffer, and Vrask is a healer. So Doom Priest would be good in arena, I would imagine, or anywhere where you have force because it's increasing force speed by a lot. And that's really vital, honestly. Having a speed increase in arena can win you games just from having that extra 15 speed would be great. So her in arena, I would say, is pretty good because even her A1 buffs your allies. She's kind of like a little bit better than a spirit host for force champions, just a little bit better. Spirit host would be better for most other things though. Yeah, but it's all right, I guess. The heal's not really anything to squawk at. It's just a wee heal. 7.5% is really like negligible. But yeah, I mean Vrask is great though. I mean if you have both of them on the same team, even like, but Vrask is yeah, I don't know. Maybe not in the same team. You probably want more of like a berserker style team with Doom Priest. Have a turn booster with her and a defense down AoE like War Maiden. Even if you don't have a good one, you could just farm War Maiden real quick and then have another force damage down AoE. Because War Maiden is force, right? Pretty sure she's force. She does 60% defense down. Oh, cool. She took down Minotaur level 15 alone? That's interesting. Does she have an attack? Like, how? Do you have a link to that? I'm kind of curious to watch that. Yeah, but I'm just thinking for the ads, like how would she get past the ads? I can see how she would solo the demon, but Getting past those ads would be difficult for a single Doom Priest. That'd be cool though. I would like to see the video, yeah. Because what's possible is the guy could have started the video right at the boss fight rather than, you know, the ads. Because it's pretty important to go through the ads first in order to get to that boss. But honestly, soloing 15 Minotaur is not that big of a deal. Lots of champions can do that. Like even Executioner, I'm pretty sure can do that. Yeah, Apothecary could. Apothecary is such a champ. I could see Apothecary doing just about anything if he sets his mind to it. He could write a rap. He could paint the Mona Lisa. He could probably build, you know, the Grand Canyon. Even he could build it. Now that's impressive. And he'll end with full HP every time. No, Apothecary does so much damage though. Like I was noticing that. I only have like 1,000 attack power on him, and his little balls do 10k each on the clan boss. I don't know if anybody noticed that. Like they just do so much damage. And mine's not like geared at all for attack. He's got like maybe 70% crit damage or something like that. Nothing crazy. And still like way more damage than most champions. More damage than my Astrolith. Even my legendary Astrolith attack Pokemon does less damage than Apothecary with more than double the attack power. Like I don't understand why, but it's true. Astrolith will do 34k crit is what he'll do, and he has 3.2k attack power and 100 and what was it, like between 150 and 200% crit damage to get that number. And then Apothecary does a 30k crit with his A1 just in his retaliation support gear with no attack power and no like isolated crit damage. Pretty funny. I can dig it though. I can get on the Apothecary train. I'm over my Astrolith. The little dark elf girly there. She's cool. Once I get um hey Zach, how's it going, man? Nice to see you 6-star the Tayrel. And he can solo Minotaur 14 already. That's good. That's good. A little further and he can do 15, I promise. I promise. He's the solo star that got all my champs up. But I mean the Minotaur race is so much faster now, eh guys? Like it used to be more than twice as slow. It used to take twice as long as it does now, is what I mean. And yeah, I'm really thankful that it only takes like a day or two now. Like I might have regretted bringing Apothecary to 60 because she didn't really or he didn't really add too much damage to my clan boss team. But I didn't really regret it because it didn't really take too much effort. It only took me like 2 days. I was like, well, who cares if he doesn't work out? Why would Cold Heart be better with War Master than Giant Slayer? I'm just like, that just doesn't make any sense. No, that's wrong. That's definitely incorrect. Like the percentages that doesn't add up at all. Giant Slayer is 30% chance for 4 attacks, and War Master would be 60% on only one attack, regardless of how many attacks there are. Like it's just per skill. It's not per attack, right? Giant Slayer is per attack, and War Master is per skill. So Giant Slayer is better for champions that are hitting like 3 or 4 times. War Master is better for champions that are hitting 1 or 2 times. Statistically speaking, otherwise there's no point for Giant Slayer to even be in existence. But Giant Slayer is definitely better for Coulthart. 100%. She'll she'll lose like a good 20% of her entire damage if you went to War Master. Yeah, 100%. 1 to 2 attack is War Master, 3+ is Giant Slayer. The only exception to that, I would say, would be like Seeker could be either or because he always hits twice. He never has any single shots, so it's like virtually the same thing, either or. But I mean, honestly, just to keep it simple, 1 and 2 is War Master, 3 and 4 is Giant Slayer. No, there's no mess up there. Everything's all good. It's all the way that it should be. It's the same damage. Giant Slayer and War Master both do the exact same damage to the Minotaur. So with Kale, his average is like a 1.45 hits or something like that a turn. So he's still, you just take his average of how many hits per turn, right? So he's still War Master for Kale. Oh, no worries, man. I think there was a lot of confusion around it. A lot of miscommunication was happening, especially on the public's chat channels. I'd imagine a lot of misinformation gets passed around through there. But when in doubt, just read the skills really carefully, over and over and over again, and try to do the math. In Discord Warriors, you know it. You know it. The Discord Warriors are out. They're the game has developed quite a lot in the sense of its community, though. When uh, when it first began, it was pretty sketchy. So we've come a long way. How much longer am I streaming? I'm gonna be streaming until my phone runs out of battery, basically. So maybe another hour or two. I want to get Zargala to 6 star and working on our gear and stuff before I quit, hopefully. But if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Yeah, I don't think it's that good of a battery, but it is a newer-ish phone. Okay, sounds good. Well, thanks for joining. And anyway, Zach, it'll be recorded at the very least. But hopefully I'll be back, or hopefully I'll still be on when you're back. Yeah, my phone dies super fast when I'm videotaping or taking pictures or watching YouTube videos. Like 2 hours or less, 3 hours maybe. Thanks for the thumb. Hey Sammy, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call myself much of a YouTuber. I only made a few videos, but um, I did quit for a couple months, yeah. I came back because a lot of people were subscribing to my channel even though I hadn't really put any thought or effort into my channel at all. So I thought that maybe it would be a good opportunity for me to um, make some good friends, make some good connections, and maybe even make money in the future, depending upon how well the account does. Excuse me. And hopefully the game does well too. I mean, if the game does well, then I do well. I'm pretty excited for the faction wars. I think that'll be nice. No, I'm not classified as a YouTuber. In Raid doesn't like me. They still haven't given me the coasters and the t-shirts that they owe me. I don't think they'll let me be one of their YouTubers, but you never know. Most of them, I think, started within the last couple months by the looks of it. Like they just found some YouTubers that were already doing stuff for other games, and they're like, "Hey, we'll give you X amount of dollars if you promote our game." I saw a Mr. Beast ad even. Mr. Beast did an ad. And when he did an ad, honestly, that was when I started back. I was like, well, frick, if Mr. Beast is playing this game, then I guess I gotta play. Can't let Mr. Beast down. Especially since he like randomly gifts people like 10 grand. I don't know if anybody's watched his channel before, but he just goes around and gifts people serious money all the time. That's like what he does for a living. Gives people serious cash. How do you make money off of giving people 10 grand at a time? It's pretty impressive. Is Apothecary with WM very bad, or is it similar with GS? So, um, it would be slightly. It'd be about. I I can't think of a way to figure out how much worse it is, but it's definitely worse to do WM than GS for Apothecary by just like that much. Especially if you have retaliation on Apothecary, because that's so many extra hits that you get per turn. Like an average of what is it? Every 30, or it's 30%, so one every, so an extra one a turn, so four. It's like Apothecary has four attacks if she has, or if he has retaliation on. She definitely should put retaliation on Apothecary. It equals out to like a whole extra attack per turn. Or 1.25 attacks per turn, even an extra. But yeah, Incredible John's probably the best YouTuber that I've seen so far for this game. He's just kind of fun to watch. He's got a really cool team too. But I can beat him for now. But soon he'll probably overcome me because he spends a lot of money, I'm assuming, or has gifted a lot of money from Raid, I would imagine. Because when I actually made a video for Raid last year, September ish, I made a song and they gave me like 3,000 gems for it. And then they said that they're going to give me a shirt, and then they never did. A shirt and a coaster and like a couple other things. Yeah, he's pretty fun. He's a fun guy. Not to be confused with fungi. It's a bad joke, sorry. I left because I didn't get the shirt. You're right. That's what it was. That's the gist of it. Yep. But I came back because of all of you guys. Because the community. Whenever I say stuff like that, I lose like so many viewers. It's hilarious. You can't be self aware at all. If you're self aware on a stream, people are like, hell no. What are you doing? You gotta be 100% confident all of the time. Never second guess. Okay, anyway. Anyway. I get like a little bit mad every time people leave or whenever I get a thumb down. Just a little bit. Tiny bit. I gotta not take it personally. It's true. But if I started like screaming and yelling every time somebody left, I bet you that would make my videos more interesting. Hey, thanks for the thumb. Sweet. That makes me happy. See? I'm simple. It's easy. Easy to understand, really. Can't wait to get this knight errant up. I'm actually thinking about just putting him in a slot here because I'm anxious to get him up. What is the situation with my team right now? Do I have enough food? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pretty close. We're getting there. Okay. So I do need to get one more 3. Let's take that guy out and put in this 3-star right there. And that is the last 3-star that I need. And then, after that, I should be good to go, and Zargala should be ready. She's been in the oven for a couple days now. pretty much anything else would have been burnt after that much oven time. Oh yeah, Judge. Building experimenting with Judge. What do you think of him? He gets 80% turn meter increase when his AoE skill crits for enemies. I tested. Yeah, that's pretty good. If he has a 100% crit chance, he's not bad, especially if he's scaled up. He's not farmable though, is he? That's the only thing about him. If he was farmable, it would make him a little bit nicer because then he could get all of the skill ups. But yeah, definitely with a champion like War Maiden or with a defense down champion, an AoE defense down champion of some sort, to go first before Judge goes with his double AoE or with his huge AoE crit thing. Yeah, and does lots of damage. Probably would nearly one shot your enemy if done with enough crit damage. You'd probably want to put all crit sets on Judge with either crit chance gloves or crit damage gloves, depending upon how much crit chance you can get with your sets. But probably crit damage gloves if you're going to want to be doing big damage. Yeah, that turn meter increase is sweet. I just don't know how his AoE damage compares to the other rares. Like even Kale, the starter Kale, has a similar ability in his AoE, which gives a turn boost when he kills things with his AoE, um, which is, I think, a little bit better because I think Kale's does more damage, has a higher multiplier. Could be wrong on that, of course. It'd be nice to just get all of these multipliers, like, on paper, but they wouldn't tell them to us, I guess. I haven't actually ever tried to email them to see if they'll tell me what a multiplier is. I should try that. Well, what it is um, rare skills when they're fully skilled up do more damage than epic AoEs often do. It's the skill ups that really make a huge difference. In Kale, his AoE already has a pretty decent multiplier, but the skill ups for Kale's AoE are pretty good. I think it's an extra 25% damage on that AoE. Or maybe it's 30 even. Not sure, but I'm gonna check it. Skill ups are a very vital thing. He is. I don't know how many times I've said that this stream. Skill ups are a very vital thing. It's like my catchphrase. Yeah, so he's got a 100% chance of applying a 2.5% poison debuff for 2 turns. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for the clan boss, right? But that's 25%, or is it 20? It's only 20% increase. But it has an extra 15% chance of inflicting a critical hit, so you can focus a little bit more on your crit damage. Yeah, Kale's pretty good, eh? For the clan boss. What a what a what a doll. Yeah, exactly. Get that 50% attack power on top of that. Like if you farm a spirit host, even when you first begin farming a spirit host with Kale, and you get like a war maiden, just that those 3 champions will seriously wreck. Can't decide to go for War Master or crit. Well, that depends. Um, oh, oh, you've got him pretty geared, eh? That's pretty good. That's pretty nice. Um, yeah, I would almost suggest doing. Shoot, yeah, it's hard to say honestly. Crit damage is really great. I, I honestly I don't know. I don't know which one would give you the more damage for him. He's just yeah. I don't know. Are you trying to only keep him in the clan boss, or are you trying to use him elsewhere? Because if he's only in the clan boss, then I would say go War Master. But if you're going in the arena and you're taking him other places, then I would definitely head up the 20% crit damage. But for clan boss, definitely War Master's the way to go. It's over the speed over time. It really adds up to huge numbers. But in the arena, there's no substitute for 20% crit damage. That's for sure. That's just like a 20% flat increase to damage. I know a lot of people do that on Skull Crown. They'll do the 20% crit damage on Skull Crown. But yeah, that's cool. I haven't heard of too many people using Judge, not in a long time. It's not since the summer. That's good that you've got him nicely geared and that you're testing him out. He'll be good for Spider, I'm sure. I used to really enjoy testing all of the rares and the uncommons and stuff, but I've just had so much stuff to focus on that I haven't been able to do that anymore. But I really, really liked being able to find those underdog champions, like Gore Mask or Gore Tusk. What is his name? That dog that you can get from Chapter 7, Gore Tusk. I think that maybe that's his name. He's when he's fully upgraded, he can crit super big, which was pretty fun. Through a shield and through block damage, but only single target. And Berserker is a pretty underrated one. Not a lot of people use him, but he's got that ignore defense AoE, and his A2 hits super hard, and it gives him an extra turn if he kills an enemy with it, and it can crit like 50k, especially when he's skilled up, or crit like 80k. Depends on your crit damage. Excuse me. What's my chat saying? Alright, almost ready. 11 more levels on that rare to go, and then I'm pretty sure I can do the rest of my tavern. And then Zargala's ready to be built with the most crit and attack and speed that I can muster. And then to the Minotaur tomorrow is what I'm going to be doing all day tomorrow and the next day probably. Gonna get that Zargala fully done up. Gonna put crit damage on Zargala for sure. 20% crit damage. That mastery. And I would do War Master if I would put her on Clan Boss, but meh. Probably not gonna ever use her on Clan Boss. She could be good. She's got the weaken debuff on the A1, and she's got the debuff, the defense debuff on the A3. Potentially she could replace Razin even, but that's crazy. That's just crazy. Did Kale get a buff? Does anybody know? It seems like Kale got a big buff at some point. I haven't read through the notes for maybe one or two of the patches for the last 3 months. Right, yeah, and I heard about the accuracy and the resilience thing, which was sweet. That was something that definitely needed to be updated. It seems like it's working a lot better now. But I just noticed that a lot of people are using Kale now, and I'm seeing like a few YouTube videos of people hitting pretty decent numbers with him. His A1 seems to be hitting a lot higher than it was before, but maybe that's just me. I did have him back when I first started playing the game. He was my very first champion that I picked, and I think the most I ever got out of his A2 was 20k. So, but I mean, I don't think I really skilled him up, and I don't think I understood how to gear as well as I do now, at least when I first started. I don't think I put crit damage on him, but instead I put attack or something like that, so that was probably the issue. It's kind of fun leveling up commons in here. They need to be changed every 2 seconds. But it's less hassle than having to level them up with potions in the tavern. I almost never level up commons like this. This is a very rare thing. 500 small voids. That's plenty. I think I'm going to go to the tavern after this, because leveling uncommons and commons, or rather just commons, seems a little bit strange. Yeah, I would say. I mean, Husk. I mean, you mean is he worth building with attack, or do you mean is he worth building with crit damage? Because I would definitely build him with crit damage and HP percentage chest, speed boots, and probably yeah, definitely crit damage for sure. Definitely, because his max HP, enemy max HP based A2 or A3, whatever, whichever one it is, it does like the same thing as the other epics that have that ability. It's great. There's a salad here. Sweet. Okay. Now I gotta upgrade all of my commons for food. Yeah, I've seen husks do like the 3 million or so range in clan boss. Nothing too crazy, but I think he's good for spider because he has that. Yeah, he's really good for spider. That AOE based max HP thing. It's kind of why I want to get my Armiger up, so I can use him in addition to my 2 cold hearts on the spider. I don't think that's going to be enough for Spider 16 plus, though. I think I'm going to have to come up with a whole new can of worms for that. Not sure how that's going to happen, or how we're going to do Spider 20, but we'll figure it out. I'm sure we will. Oh, oops. Picked the wrong pikeman. Peter Piker picked the wrong pikeman. And then he pickled his pepper before he picked the pikeman. Sounds raunchy. Peter Piker picked the pickled pepper's pikeman. It's like a tongue twister. I'm a loon. That's what you'll learn about me. I'm out of control, and it's not my fault. If I was in control, then it would be my fault. But since I'm not in control, it's not. I've heard damage based on enemies' HP is capped, so Cold Heart will do more damage than Armiger with same stats, probably. Yeah, that's correct. The uncommon is capped at, I believe it is 50k, and the rare is capped at, no. The uncommon is capped at 15k, and the rare is capped at 50k. However, crit damage still increases that amount. So, having a high crit damage on, well, and he's an epic, right? So an epic, I don't think is capped. Epic isn't capped. So Husk was not affected by that, I do not believe. At least I have not seen any written documentation of that. So Husk should still do the same amount of damage as he always did. However, Cold Heart did get a bit of a nerf. But that was only for Clan Boss, wasn't it? Wasn't that just for Clan Boss? Pretty sure that was just for Clan Boss. But I will find out. Even so, even if Armiger only does 15k, um, that would still be a 50k hit. No, that's no good. Never mind. Never mind. Be like 80k max or whatever, even with tons of crit damage, so wouldn't be worth it. So yeah, I guess I gotta find that out. Okay. There's a 5-star. That's 3 5-stars, 2 more to go. So that means I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the question is, do I want to even use Malbranch? I kind of want to keep her for Demon Spawn, just because she has a counterattack buff. And also she can place a bomb. I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep her. I'm not gonna sell her. She's kind of cool. She looks cool too. So I think I'm gonna keep her. Yeah, I can afford to do that. Let's get some more champs. It's gonna be close, but maybe I can get Zargala up to 6-star right now. Okay. I'm not prepared for summoning event, no. I don't think I ever will be. My memory is just too crap. I'll never remember to save my shards. As soon as I see a shiny shard in there, I'm like, ooh, shard. Let's do it. It's like shiny. I'm like a grackle. Or a magpie. I don't know. If I spent money in this game, then I'd probably like spend money on the summoning event or something. But no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I'd spend money on legendary skill ups is what I would spend money on. Legendary and epic skill ups are pretty much the only thing that I would spend money on. I'm kind of curious what kind of rewards I'll be missing out on. But I just feel like I'd be a little bit inefficient if I didn't use all of my mystery shards to get my Zargala up now. I just want to get that out of the way and get my Zargala, you know, it's very important to me that Zargala is free, that she becomes free. Free to romp and raid. At least I've completed all of the events so far. This will be the first one I won't be able to complete. The arena event was um, probably hard for most other people, so kind of evens out a little bit. So 155 wins for the arena event is quite a lot, especially if you don't have gems saved. But I think it was possible um, without spending any gems because it gave you some reward gems too. So I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. This is the part of the game that I wish I could automate. Have like a little robot do this part for me. Or maybe if I just had a really good friend, you know? A friend who just liked to do menial tasks. Is that a slave? Is that what you call that person? Maybe. Slave boy, please do my tavern work for me. Thanks. That would be amazing. I would I would definitely be pleased. Okay. Maybe I won't get the Zargala before my phone runs out of battery this time. Sister Militant is the best. Is definitely the best common. Hands down. She's got that attack all enemies A1 thing going on. It's pretty serious. Oops. Alright. Well, got my finger all up in the camera here. What is this void? He can die. He can go to champion oblivion, wherever the champions go when they're fed. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. I'm kind of scared. Okay, I think I need to unlock my Deathless and Horden so I can feed them. And yes, I am going to feed my Horden and my Deathless. Unless somebody can give me a good reason to keep this horde in. I'm gonna just eat him. I did unlock him, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. Okay. Bye bye, Ghost Horden. Bye bye, Horden. It's been a slice, but it's over between us. Alright, there's 4 5 stars. Just need one more. Who's it gonna be? Who is it gonna be? Probably the Diabolist. And I don't know if I want to eat this Daywalker. Places an extra hit if the target has more HP than this champion. Revives the champion with 30% HP and attacks all enemies after being killed. Interesting. That is an interesting attack. I don't know. Maybe I will eat him, maybe I won't. Do I have a choice? Looks like I need to get some more 3 stars. Or rather, just this guy. Alright. I'm just gonna summon all my stuff, because who even cares about that summon event? All I care about is Zargala. That's all that matters now. She means everything. In fact, I'm getting a little emotional about it. Just thinking about it. How much she means to me. Alright. Did we get a good haul with the uncommons? Somewhat. Okay. Oh, maybe I'm gonna keep Retainer. He's kind of cool. Okay. So I need 2 more. Which means I need 6 more. Those. It's gonna be close. But I think I got it. Okay. Let's bring the Hungerer up to the 4-star rank. It's very pretty. And I've got to bring these guys up. It will all be worth it soon, once that Zargala is up. Hey, double, 777, silver. Ain't that nice? 777. I have a knack for always seeing 1111, 1248. What else do I see? 911 a lot. I see a lot of random numbers like consistently every day. Weird. 777. Except for I only see that in this game. Because you can't have 77 seconds in a minute. Everybody knows that. Okay. I can feel it in my loins. It's getting close. Deep down in my loins. Can't say loins on YouTube. Gonna lose your viewers. Everything was fine until I said that. Almost done. It's getting exciting. There's one. There's the last one here. Now we upgrade the troll man. Or totem. Whoever totem is. Who is totem anyway? Oh yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Interesting. And now, for our feature presentation, I'm gonna bring this guy. And then, oh, I have to unlock my torture helm. Forgot to do that. now he's unlocked. It is finally time for the Zargs. You've waited a long time, Zargala. You deserve this. You deserve this more than anyone. Wow. Look at that little axe swing, too. She's so proud. I've even got the abilities to ascend her right away. Fantastic. Well, I'm not going to upgrade her skills just yet. I'm going to wait until she's fully mastered and everything, just in case I get somehow a warlord miraculously within the next couple of days. Then I would put my skills up on a different dude. So I'm just going to finish up with some arena, and then that's going to be it for me. I'm happy. I got my Zargala up to 6-star. That was the goal for today. Next stop, getting her that fully mastered up. I'm probably going to put full speed on her, maybe lifesteal, maybe, depending upon the gear that I get. But probably speed is probably what I'm going to go for. Crit damage gloves, attack percentage chest, speed boots, or attack boots. I might even do. Depends on what my gear situation is going to end up looking like. And depending upon what my setup is going to look like, if I do Seeker and Lysandra in the same team, then maybe I can stick with attack percentage boots, because I'm going to have so much turn boosting from my Seeker and from my other guy. Another option is putting in Marksman instead of Lysandra, because Marksman has an ability that increases the turn meter too. Or I could do Marksman, Lysandra, and Seeker and Zargala, which would be kind of fun. In fact, I might even go for that. I might try that once she's up. I'm gonna try all kinds of fun stuff. I'm really excited to have a really powerful attack champion. I haven't had one pretty much ever in this game. I've always had defense champions, and the only attack champion that I did have was pretty bad. The Astrolith legendary champion. She's not great, to say the least. But I was really lucky with Ryzen. Ryzen's, I think, one of the better defense champions, if not the best. Like, as far as like high potency, high, viability is concerned. You put a Ryzen anywhere. Put him in your clan boss. Put him in your bed. Put them in the microwave. Eat them up. Put some Franks on them. Probably tastes pretty good. Yum, yum, yum. Oh wait, don't eat Razin. He's not food. Sorry, that was a mistake. Definitely not food. Fish are friends, not food. When are they going to come out with another Finding Nemo? That's what I want to know. I've been waiting for I don't know how long now. Fac Mambo. That's a cool name. Frequently asked questions Mambo. Now that I think about it, I frequently do ask Mambo questions. Now that I think about it, I've been looking for somebody that I could ask them to. I guess that's the guy. Huh. Okay. Try to beat this rain beast before he tells too many bad jokes. Can't have that. Luthia. What a weird champion, you know? At least she's good looking, right? That's all she's got going for her. Okay, well, that looks like that's coming to a close on my stream business thing I got going on here. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your days. If you want to check me out on another day, probably will be mornings on EST for the most part. This is an unusual time for me, but between like 8 and 12 EST is usually when I stream. But thanks guys for hanging out and enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, check my market? Okay, sure, I will. Sure. At least I get a mystery shard, at the very least. It's kind of funny, I haven't even unlocked the last couple stages there. But I've never seen anything that made me want to buy it, so. Anyways, take care, guys.